And our next story will be on Jack Prelutsky, a poet who has written over 15 books. He was born September 8, 1940, in Brooklyn, New York. He attended public schools in Bronx, but hated the experience. He claims to have hated poetry in his early life. He stated that sometime in elementary school, I had a teacher who, in retrospect, did not like poetry herself. She was determined to inflict violent punches and deadly blows so you can believe her views and her captives that were locked in the basement. The syllabus told her she had to recite a poem once a week. She would pick a boring poem from a boring book and read it in a boring voice, looking bored while she did it. He attended the High School of Music and Art and graduated in 1958. Jack went to Hunter College and studied psychology and philosophy, but flunked English 3 times before dropping out. Before becoming a writer, Jack worked as a cab driver, moving furniture, a busboy, a potter, a woodworker, and a door-to-door salesman. He loved to draw imaginary animals, so one day his friend convinced him to send some to the publisher. He wrote poems to go with the pictures at the last minute. He was surprised when they wanted his work. Not the drawings that took 6 months, but the poems that took 2 hours. The poems were featured in his first book, released in 1967, called A Gopher in the Garden and Other Animal Poems. Here's an example of a poem of his. It is called Bleezer's Ice Cream. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's ice cream store. There are flavors in my freezer you have never heard before. 28 divine creations, too delicious to resist. Why not do yourself a favor? Try the flavors on my list. Coca mocha macaroni, tapioca smoked bologna, checkerberry cheddar chew, chicken cherry honeydew, tutti frutti stewed tomato, tuna taco baked potato, lobster lychee lima bean, mozzarella mangosteen, almond ham meringue salami, yam anchovy prune pastrami, sassafras souvlaki hash, sukiyaki succotash, butter brickle pepper pickle, pomegranate pumpernickel, peach pimento pizza plum peanut pumpkin bubblegum, broccoli banana bluster, chocolate chop suey cluster, avocado Brussels sprout periwinkle sauerkraut, cotton candy carrot custard, cauliflower cola mustard. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's ice cream store. Taste a flavor from my freezer, you will surely ask for more. Jack Prelutsky doesn't have a set style of poetry. He usually writes about people and places. If he does write about an animal, he gives the animal human traits. His poems don't usually have meanings, they are silly and funny. Jack's poems have a rhythm like a song. This makes sense considering that he also is a folk song singer. He is introducing kids across the country to poetry. Jack is part of the scholastic program called Writing with Writers that gives kids advice on how to write and lets them publish their work after they're done writing it. He currently lives in Seattle, Washington, and spends most of his time reading poems to school kids across the country. Well, that's going to be it for me today. Have a great day, and stay classy, San Diego.